Jay Leno, a comedy legend, has made a mark on the comedy and late night world and has continued to make a name for himself with hard work, long hours, and dedication. Jay Leno is an absolute legend in the comedian and late night world and has undoubtedly made a household name for himself since he first began working. Comedy isn't something that Jay Leno just decided to do one day. In fact, it has been mentioned before that while in 5th grade, Jay Leno's teacher at the time famously wrote on his report card mentioning, "If Jay spent as much time studying as he does trying to be a comedian, he'd be a big star." If only that teacher knew at the time what would come from Jay Leno's class clown ways.
And now, Jay Leno!
While attending college at Emerson College in Boston, Massachusetts, Jay performed stand-up at comedy clubs and even emceed talent shows. Following graduation from Emerson College in 1973 with a Bachelor of Arts degree in speech therapy, Jay moved to Los Angeles. In Los Angeles, Jay would famously write jokes for Good Times alongside fellow future comedy star David Letterman. His early years would be completely full of guest appearances on comedy and late night shows, even starring as a guest host on The Tonight Show starring Johnny Carson.
Just to give you an idea how cold it is back there, heard on the radio today, it snowed on the sun this morning.
Jay Leno is famously known as one of the busiest comedy performers, as, for a couple of years, he would book over 300 appearances annually. His hard work and dedication to his craft as a comedian paid off in 1992, as he would be selected by NBC to take over Johnny Carson's hosting duties on what would then become The Tonight Show with Jay Leno. His time serving as host would bring great success, and he didn't end his hosting duties until 2014, when Jimmy Fallon would famously take his place. His hard work and dedication explain how he deserves legend status today.
Let's see how you all feel in 30 years.
If you weren't already aware, Jay Leno is a total car and motorcycle fan, and has even made his love for motor vehicles into a show. Following his exit from The Tonight Show with Jay Leno, he would star in his own show called Jay Leno's Garage. The show features Jay Leno's passion for motor vehicles, and guests go alongside him to test out anything that moves. Some previous guests on the show have included Tim Allen and Jeff Dunham. The show began as a web series but was quickly turned into a television series on CNBC in 2015. He has never sold any of his cars, but instead has famously donated several to charity over the years.
I can let you drive. It's your car. Thanks for your service.
From his early beginnings to now, Jay Leno has received multiple nominations and awards for his comedy work, late night work, and even for just being himself. He has received over 15 Primetime Emmy nominations, even winning one for The Tonight Show with Jay Leno and one for Jay Leno's Garage. He also has his very own star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, which he received in 2000. He continues to receive nominations for his comedy work, with nominations as recent as 2018.
So, this means a tremendous amount to me. I am terribly touched by all this.
Jay Leno has written and released several books over the years that range from an autobiography to comedy handbooks. He released his autobiography, Leading with My Chin, in 1996, and the book would delve into his life growing up and his overall success as a comedian and late-night talk show host.
It's a book about starting out in comedy in the early days and kind of how you get from Hollywood, from small town Andover, Massachusetts, to Hollywood.
Other books from Jay Leno include Hot Wheels Cars, If Roast Beef Could Fly, Headlines, 50 Cars to Drive, More Headlines, Jay Leno's Police Blotter, and more. Overall, Jay Leno has proved that there's not much he can't do and has showcased through his writing feature stories about his life. As he continued his work on The Tonight Show with Jay Leno, times would prove to take a toll on the staff of the television show, as the show mentioned it would be forced to lay off longtime employees. Jay Leno immediately was against the idea of losing loyal staff and insisted instead that his salary be cut in half in a strong move to keep longtime staff.
I already have $15 million. I'm doing pretty good. I never thought I'd get this far. And you know something? They were the best crew for the rest of the days.
Though he obviously still made a large chunk of money for his time on the late-night talk show, it is still pretty amazing that he sacrificed his own salary in support of people he had been around for decades. It is not often that we hear about large-name celebrities taking matters into their own hands to ensure their staff is supported and stays. Jay and Mavis Leno tied the knot in 1980 and have been together ever since. Mavis Elizabeth Nicholson Leno is a longtime philanthropist and feminist, even serving as the chair for the Feminist Majority Foundation's campaign to stop gender apartheid in Afghanistan since 1997. Mavis has been mentioned as a strong force and really only makes sense that the couple together makes the ultimate power duo.
You like it? You want it? She goes, no, we live in California. I said, well, I don't know, let's go see her. I mean, how often do you get your girl a castle,
Mavis Leno has had her fair share of film producing work and guest appearance work over the years, on top of her dedicated philanthropic work. The pair have never had children, which has been accounted to a mutual agreement they made long ago. Though he retired from his longtime spot on The Tonight Show with Jay Leno and began his new show, Jay Leno's Garage, this hasn't stopped him from keeping up his longtime work ethic. It is reported that he continues to do around 200 live performances annually, on top of his continued work with charities.
Wasn't the only surprise Katie Ellis got Saturday night. Jay Leno had a $10,000 donation to put in her son's college fund.
One thing about Leno is, though we might age by society standards, that doesn't mean we have to live up to those standards. In fact, Jay Leno will be next seen in Bug Therapy with Tom Green, directed by Jason Reesig.
I'm just, again, honored and lucky and thankful for Jay Leno